Good day, some people all over the world. Today, once again, Ego Studio, in continuation of its documentary programs, is bringing the documentary of Onewa Village to the world. You see, Onewa Village occupies a very important position in the kingdom of Uromi. One, Onewa is the host community of the only technical college in Uromi community, and that is Federal Science and Technical College, Onewa, Uromi. And again, Onewa is the village of birth of the man who moved the motion for Nigeria independence. If I may ask, you know the man? He is Chief Anthony Ermosele Inahoro. You see, today we are going to be talking about the community, its origin, the history, the components, and everything you need to know about the Onewa community. So today you are going to have the in-depth information about this great village in Uromi. So as we move on, please do stay with us. Your host, Sunday Eimari Inagbinuse, Ego Studio, London, UK. We are with our guide here, our son, the son of the soil, who knows so much about the village. He'll be guiding us in what we are going to be knowing and discussing about Onewa community today. Sir, we are so happy having you with us.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Sunday Negbunose.
Yeah. Sir, we want to have a brief introduction of who you are, sir.
Well, I'm Mr. Solomon Alenokwara Okobo. I hail from Idunwohwe, a quarter from Onewa. Here we are now.
Okay, yeah. Sir, we will be starting the interview right away. Sir, the name Onewa, how did it come about? Do you have any information about it, sir?
Well, speaking anthropologically, the most eldest man of the of this very village did not know how it comes about for the now. We are still in search, trying to look for oral account and even written account to know how the name Onewa came about. Irrespective of the different group or persons that came into this land to form various quarters. But irrespective of that, we still find out that none of them for the now have that account to know how the name Onewa comes about.
Thank you very much. Now, Onewa village, I wanted to give me a brief history that's talking about the number of villages that made up Onewa. So how many villages made up, or how many quarters made up Onewa?
Thank you very much. Here we are. Onewa, as you have rightly said at the beginning of your introduction, occupied a very vast land in this very area of Uromi. And we are the center of the entire town Uromi. We have our own boundary between Utako, then Oyomo, then Awo, Unowazi, then Ukoni. Ohe came about to stay a part of Ukoni land. They were not originally there. That is why by now it is Ohe before Ukoni. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. You've not mentioned the Kodasa.
The quarters. Well, the entire Onewa comprises of 7 quarters. And how the quarters came about, I will enumerate them. The first quarter, the names of the quarter is 1. Udomi, Idunwakpogo, Idunwohwe. These 3 quarters form Ukpogwala in Onewa. Then the 4th is Ididugeme, Idumisi, Idumiase, and Idirekpe. These are the 7 quarters that form Onewa.
Now, sir, I will want you to give us a brief history of each of those communities that form Onewa, sir.
Thank you so much. Well, in the history we have, Iduakpogo was the first quarter, the very first man that came to form Iduakpogo, as we have told, and as we know it to be, hail from Idumodion at Ukoni. Idumodion, the Odion formed there, and that is why it is called Idumodion at Ukoni. Why the Ahere came down to Onewa to form Iduakpogo as the first quarter in Onewa today. Then the second is Idumohwe. The man that came to form Idumohwe is a traditional doctor. He hailed from Unuwazi. Then he came all the way to come and look for herbs here at this land. Coming, searching inside the forest to look for the herbs he need. He now met a hunt where he met the man that formed Iduakpogo. Then that man welcomed him, hosted him, and he later now told him he want to go and search for the herbs he came to look for. After getting it, he came back again. Then the man gave him food and sheltered him. While he was about going, the man said, why don't you stay with me here? I'm alone. So the man now developed interest of being with him. After a while, he now said, let him look for a place whereby where he will build his own house or have a tent. Then he trekked down to this quarter called Idumohwe. You understand? And that Idumohwe, the name goes after the herbs he met here. It's a kind of a little tree that has tongues all over its body. And being as it may, the man said he would like the place, and that was how he settled here. And that is the second quarter as far as Onewa is concerned. Then the third one is Uromi. The man that came to form Uromi came from all the way from Ivwe. The man that was supposed to be the king, that they said during the process of harvesting a particular native beans called Ikpapa. During that process, the share of that Ikpapa now hooked him and gave him tetanus. And he was unable to go when the Oba of Benin sent for them to come to Benin for the message. For a message he sent to them. Though he never knew they were coming for the Oba to crown them. So he now asked the junior brother to go for the message, to listen of what the Oba of Benin want to say. Getting there, that one now meant that it was a message of a kingship, coronation and the rest. So they took the oath, and everything concerning the oath, the man took it, coming back, telling the elder brother, the message you sent me is no longer for you, rather to himself, because he is the one who took the oath. Therefore, he will never allow you to ascend the throne. Rather, he will be the one. And the brother now regretted. There's so many things transpired, and the brother now find out that he cannot stay in the same house with the younger brother, because he is the one people are now coming to give a report of how different villages goes. Then they pay homage to his younger brother. Then he decided to leave. And coming to settle again he came to Onewa. His name, the name of that very man, is called Udo. Udo. Coming to this place, he now formed that quarter called Uromi. That is the third quarter, right? Then the fourth quarter is Iduwige. Iduwige hail from Uwesan. Precisely, they call the man Ogolo. Ogolo. So when he now came, he settled down at Idigekpe. Then from there, he started raising children. Then the first son came to form Ididugeme, which is the fifth quarter, right? While the third son formed Idumi C, making the sixth. Then the seventh one, which is the younger one, born of another woman to the same Ogolo, is Idumiase. So these are the 7 quarters that make up the village. And that is the little genealogy of how they came about.
Okay. Thank you very much for your analysis. Now, from your analysis, it is like the last 3 or 4 villages have a kind of partner relationships. Huh?
Very well. They are called Imiogolo children. And from my analysis, the first people called Ukpowala, or the first 3 quarters called Ukpowala, are from different ethnic background. Yes, to these 3 villages, or to 3 quarters, not villages, came from different area. And these 3 villages were not of the same. Then from that Egbemiogolo, that is, they are 4. And these 4, they are brothers. They can never do anything funny to themselves. That is for that. Until maybe if there is any question concerning marriage, as far as the village is concerned, yeah, we can do it on that so well.
Okay. Thank you very much for your analysis. Now, let's now come to the feasts that are done here in Onewa. Which are the feasts that are done here in this Onewa village?
Well, the major feasts we met here in the village are the feasts the entire Uromian always celebrate as well. And they are done in this very month of September. The major feasts are: 1, we don't participate in Ukora, which is the first one that the Uromi is involved in. We have about 3 villages that are doing that, and that is not for our consumption here. Then after Ukora, there is Igbawasagwe. No, not Igbawasagwe. Otoromi. After Otoromi, then there is the one we call there's another feast that the younger brothers of a male child will always follow the man to the farm. Iduamukpe. You are very correct in that. The second one, Iduamukpe. From Iduamukpe, we now have Igbawasagwe. Then from Igbawasagwe, we now have the main feast called Ihua. And that is the New Yam Festival. By that, you see, you can now invite your friends or our relations that are outside here in Uromi or in a village. They will always come to pay homage and join us in the festival. Although there are other ones that we are involved in, these are Christian zone, which is Easter, Christmas, and New Year.
We are talking about the traditional ones now, not the Western imported festival.
Right. The main traditional one are the one I enumerated so far, and that is the one that I have just said. They are the Ihua, Igba Asagwe, and so on and so forth.
Okay. Yeah, I think you've said a lot of things about it. Now, this village of Onewa, what are the main profession or businesses of the indigenes? What kind of businesses do they do? What profession are they into mainly?
Thank you so much, my brother. Our main occupation here in this Onewa, one, farming, majorly. Then the other ones are petty trading. Our women are fully involved in that. Once they are back from the farm, at about 2 o'clock to 3 or 4 o'clock, they will have their own mini market here in the village. They are of two types. Their name of the two market square in the village is one. The one at Ukpowala is called Ekionewa, while the one at Idinegbon is called Ekiedeze. The one at Ekiedeze is solely being allowed to have their trade on the day after Uromi market, and that is the name called Edeze. And that Edeze are the only day the women of this village are involved in going to that market. While the other market called Ekionewa, that is situated at Ukpowala, this one attracts neighboring villages to come and trade with, the women in the village. The days of this market are Edugbonojon, Edugbonukwanzeva. These are the 2 days for that market. After Edugbonukwanzeva, the main market day, all of them hail to Uromi market. So after the Uromi market, now the Edeze again. So these are the 2 markets where our women and our men too sell their farm produce.
Yeah, as the son of the village, you see, there is no village anywhere that do not have their challenges. I wanted to talk about the challenges you think the community is facing right now, ranging from professional angle, social angle, road angle, and whatever. Please, what are the areas you think the community needs assistances right now, or the area do you think they have major problems that need to be attended to right now?
Thank you so much, because this is the main issue. Where the entire village have no access road for the now. While we were growing up, the little erosion that was coming was very minor, very minimal then. Now, the major problem that is militating against this village now is erosion. It has eaten up the roads that leads to the village. If you look at the main road that lead to the technical school, because I heard you during the introductory part of this very program, you make mention of how this village hosted the Federal Science and Technical School here in Uromi. Is seated at Onewa here. There's no accessible road to that school, and at the same time to our entire village. Whenever rain fall now, I tell you sincerely, nobody can be bold to say he want to go and greet his own brother or neighbor. Not to talk about saying he want to have an access to access town. There is no road in this very village. As you can rightly see, if you look everywhere now, behind me, and even at my front, what erosion have done in this very place. Yes, we have another is the Onewa Primary School. Our primary school is no longer functioning the way it is. The state government never, I don't think they even recognize it to be one of them. They don't have the few teachers they have in that school. If you go there, the highest is they are about 3 or 4. That is including the headmistress. So you can imagine a school that have 6 arms. In those days, while we were attending that school, you will have 1A, 1B, 1C. The same thing to to primary 2, to primary 3 and 6. So they have about 3 arms at that time. But now, one class cannot even full. If you get there, you will find out that in a class you have primary 1 and 2 in one class. So it is the grace of God that school is surviving. We want to use this medium to call on the state government to come and revalidate the school so that they will bring in more teachers and refurbish the school. So that is it. And as a village, every other village are having a maternity. Onewa Village has no maternity. They've been proposing it year after year. All to no avail. We are preparing for an election now. So many promises has been made. PDP will campaign and they will come and make promise. APC will also come, make promise. It is only APC for the now that we even see that are making headways. We have street light in the village now. It's from APC. We have yes, okay. So even the ecological control is still coming from them. But for that fact, we are still calling on the federal government, state government to come and help us so that Onewa will be Onewa again. Because we are the center, almost the heartbeat of our neighboring villages. You can access Onewa here to Awo, access it to Owesan, Uromi, then Onuwazi and the rest. You can access it from here to Tako. You can access it from here to Egbele. You can access it from here to Okene to Ukoni, and here to Oyomo, to the major town as well. Then from here to Awo to Zea. So just name them. So you find out that we are the center. And if here is now being rehabilitated again via building or constructing a road here, you see the Onewa will now be opened up for commercial purposes. Remember, I told you today our major occupation here is farming. Yes, we have the farm produce. This season now is season of harvesting yam, harvesting banana and plantain, harvesting cocoa, not cocoa yam, cocoa, and so many farm produce. Cassava, just name but a few. We are still involved in production of tomatoes. I mean raw ones. Come to Onewa, that is what they are known for. Thank you very much.
On this one now, we want to talk to Onewa's sons and daughters, both at home and in the diaspora. And I want to use Asa language to address them now, this time, telling them your challenges. You see, why I want you to talk to them on this is this. We rarely have government today in this country. Let us be very, very frank with ourselves. But at least we have our children outside this community. So please talk to them using our language now to talk to them, telling them of the plight of this community and the need for them to come here to assist the community. Please do that now in Asa language.
Well, thank you so much, my brother, Mr. Sonny Inegbonose. Well, I have to thank you for today. Okay. Ma hwemele na naregbo miemi datige agbosa miegbe onu. And you are now in my village, Onewa. Now, this next question, where you're datige is ankiretai. So that the money semanele ebi oyano lo wania. Well, ibo kama mayor maro nege na jiba ma wesena. And they again are kirelu emiukpe ola yenia. Alwegba wasagwefo inwa kida alonia. Ele na lo ne wari hwa yi. Eda yo sumo ele ole no. I only sumo any is about around 23 of this September yena. Onu pede ni eda yo ge ronege na re invite imukpe imihu. Ne sema ne bodo ene travel ene ruhon wede. Ni wa hun aba dore gbe tiyere. Oziva ebeze madam mariwe na elena. Olege oyano lo ma wonu gena. Maro gbe kikale oneyi emi na achege acheche ano Peter la pofu besunu bugo newa ayemi jana na abo. Ona da memi ayemi jana na no wa banya no wene bo mere ya da lo emi upe ai nevi ji aboria bi noria nore huan ono vadenia a memi wa dore kan ipo han do na bu newa oda mi jona sebo we avadenia we asada dun apogoju ana na we onewa oyeriwo round dona ugu no sema ayemi jana sebo akida dore ipo han ola kinda vai ologo kimunu wa no ru newa ana me ayeye kwa wi garage na waki miemi datige ada yemi jana so newa onaze na da miemi ge onugo na hwe na vai no dore pa won abo bonada miemi yemi esin magwa onugo na sabo luole ohenya ekino sema na modo ugo da na bo da vai eyemi ko na vai bo iwo won pa kidu eki o no gan bebe nya na bo shen wi jene kale na bo reki bonu ware de ni moto o sema we dana nya mi be na ma de round mi jena re moto se dana ono mama tu gbizi no ribo government wa mo be dolu ma e ba fie ho ma o ben ma ki kere wi jene kenya imoni na gba bo bie keke oyibo ki suwon mo koko ne da sabo yo gege be da kidolu ba gba we kidolu ma ronege na tachi money sema uyomoko yes anwe anadore pa onewa bonada miemi ge onewa ki amoko emi ne ke dire kan esa miemi ko vai mama maronege na viva na do sonu ge na wa ya sugwa rande des asugwa olada sabole emi no jua bu wa no soria ande mi ro na no ha ma lo keke iwo kan wanya onore awa you phone ai mo vado wa ai mo no ra vado wa wa e mo ari obunu ai da camion ono vado su wa one khobelu e mero na tania one professor riwa de ni no you do ase akida roto bedo ewo kan akida su wa na da vade then ọ̀rẹ́ dagbo yariwo DSP bi dun apogo kaka aye vada dokidoro nito ni ba va wa de se va eje ni mo influence se e re sabo mi belu mi on e tachere my do bi ba na hu ya na do re pa won Nado de bawa one ugena. Any piano one ugena. A obe die. Ikpea ikone one ugena. A what try. Elezi go ni ana remienge. Aregwena keke. Ari kadape adozu uwedo khaya deninya. Ele do to azigore. I don't mienge ade achege ado emi ribona mo ebonu ugena nya. Elezi go. Elechege agere arabita ho ezigo keke. So ram dona madabiba. Niba hwe abadoro bokpa. Bado de bama. Bonada mienge onugena. Okitanloa. Rande aiki noria jona vaki mi owa mieta. Onewa le sema. Ona bia onewa isele. Rande akwa mahu. Oto avade. Wara bukan.
Obolo akuma kwame. Yeah, aba ara.
Ba.
Ida enli we katamama ebati we katamama nyasa.
Okay. Ina tieme. Me actually Stephen Obo.
Onu na wana working?
On the one I'm making.
You working on the wa?
Idumo on the wa.
O eme aka no enya. Onu na wana. Ami na nebo keke na lubo emi na neribo.
Oribo.
Mo lo kure keke.
Emi na ne keke. Onu le wana. Emi ma mari police mo gbe. Emi ma ma de gbe mi re. Onu we na. E jadare ameriwo. Idumo kun. Ekire idun apogo. Idumo kun. Ekire udo mi. Egbe idu eme. Idun isi. Idun se. Ere ame ele gbele. Mana re ame be ni. Ele re wo bona. But idinge pe bi idun se bi idun isi. Ele ere gbe.
Gbera ni a ene kere habo kire gbe.
Agbera ni ha. Idun de kare kire idun de kare.
O me agbojeje no ni a. Ai medium mi gene me gbonuge wona bona.
Edion ribo, igene ribo, egbanugo ribo.
Ona nya ejon to me na no na ko we ke. Uwe wo kuna ke gbono ologori ajere uwe o yere wona kiye.
Ere ka egbanugo no wo kire va aye ja gbono.
Okay, o me aki no na yi. Be esonosi edion igene be egbonuge be otonewa.
And eso not egbanugo ekigbungo la. Igene akidogbungo de. Ele dion ekiko ejemi dame ekiro ejemi dame.
Bara mi edion ye upokpa wo edion la on edion ne la bara mi okeke me wore mo alokori.
And eke kudu hin no mango. Akinde edion bo eveva ejoda se jada re akinde ya.
Bakira le bo sha yo ni edion ni kiri.
Ele Johnny emi akihayo ono joki da chema. Ore be kisi koko akikokoro ne otabikme.
On me nonya ayo edion we ijume hin oribo ane vabeso ane abeso bakre me gbonu ye na kre ko re mo ikme ye wonu ne wana
Madam agale no tiko no koru no dagbaye ni pe. Ogden amaribo ono jone wakidachi agai okole tiko akikoru okigbamo akire pe toni ono jone dadachi ma. Akiseni eba do da chema okita maile dion ade zono aro wipe eba lu no ado to akoko mama ba re ro kan iro mare kan bugi na
o me aki bo geje no bi idana nya bare sojon ju mo mare sojon la keke bare sojon keke wona wona waye
and ukidum ojo na wi dum o le ari akire ojo na ukidum agboro onu pa se babale Eli ejon ande bugele.
Ome anonia ami ebo agba ebo ne wa ni sabolo jo ne wa re gbe.
Oribo ono jon mo so be gbe ole lojon.
Anyo zon mi oni.
Zon mi ribo egbere ale.
Ome kido obobo. Akome. Ome akire ko egbe na we akita na rege imo ne wa wa eru hon we de. On me we ne ron jo keke wa gbogbo ni keke. We bi wele mi obi wono ko e vai
emo no to ne wa no we de bi no wa ma yo emi esi la lu o pe no pa ya ki ono se me we no somebody we na ono bo ka mo aso lukun e da di tan da di won ya lo ma ni ma so che
gbogbo yìí ní kìlọ̀.
elimo wa ma wo ma je ba wo de wa do lo mi si ma ba yi ba ri ori mi ma ba yi ba do ori mi re emi si ni ba da ro boy so ti o san do bla o da ni ran wo ni na da mi ro le gun re
Ababobo. Akwame. Obolo. Yeah. Mama ara.
Ijene.
Mama da yo elin wakata mama na.
Elime ola che grace obo.
One wa work abi one wa da bodo.
One wa samale o ida ye bodo.
O ma ka no nya iku ni bodo one wa la iku ne wa. Imi na ne one wa.
Ma wo mu de mi ma wonde o.
Ini na ne keke be mo lo kore kere ma ho kere.
Okay. E mande o e kona. O wo no do bodo. Aki mu go le gbefo. O chendo pe awe be talo. O pe ano no yodole swolo bo. O pe ano yodole o so la se fin. I wonde kaka. Mi o wo no luole o avai. O ki do emi aki demole o ki va dota ma eni ho le boy mi. Ege ni aki dota ma o jeni ho. O jeni ho re oni o jeni ho ki o aga do fi okun abeki. Ata male ori ano diana o jo bo eni ho buhi. Agwa no Daniel ori be gbe ke gba be dani. Agba be dani e bo no ho mi o kitale. O kitale ge ni eni ho mo amiege wede no na lwe mi no said yo ida kerege wede odole ba chano sen oda lwe mi no jari odole o egbe ba dan o kida lwe mi no jari o ami o sabo explain no that time dagbare ge ni akimye ba tamono ku akimyege e reason ribo no ze na da miege ebe jari odo alwo ge ni 100,000 olonu ho da ze o ai dare hu male o igo no kare dotwa okire obuto ono ayere pando okire obuto akigba ichebo because I name I domole and you want not be sodo ona kida miege na agbin emi na akiye agbin ebo akiye na de mark asese ko bi ose bad na bi ose emi na ni nia when another night moto ni awosan obo fi ore ke ole ati nebo okisan ki fi ore ke na do ni ko kida ni ruan o se goto so ke ne risket e ka ti be wa kida ri yo sanda moto yende ado aru wedin mo so kida ye ri yo ruin o se goto mada yo amie be jaro nderi hon wede ni nderi o se goto malami e be si o ende da lo ni bo se ma be dana nderi we wa eni ho ma ye ne a trouser ko so yo ho ri ayo e trouser dagbare amie we sugbo uda murun ni bi e share mi o ne mi e kwan uda de run yugbo vadon da wa oni yuhi but we ke run jo we bolo na che we adore gbe ma ge me trouser na da ge me nu alo mi ba gbile àwọn ba yeta monuhu agbuyo bugere aita male okwo no ri sodo trale my don ni
Gra ni ai mi na ye ne yeri boye.
Emi na nde ne bubu e wopo enwe kana sabotawo emi na nde nya okwo ni ano ri sodo odole oswolija oyo dole awala le oto otawana ne modole o amiege no da totana wa modole o imiemi no ze obotam desa ege ne sane dele akimi okwoki dobo ugun modole agumi keke akiole ene akiole opa akiole ozopa abo emieri ege ni but ejanania aye zopa aye zemina but ono ki eni pe akida tale eda yole okwo no lwemi ne serio o da gbole oda gbodole oda gbomo no sole but ono ko no luole o da gbe no lu agwa irio uhina kiri obuto ono iku ne kilemi ele lu agwa ele to be do aru nu etare ge se gbe ki ebe gbe ki jare ye ki do atare ge bele lu but on de mi ne le lu oda gbodele oda gbomo no sele but ele ne luole won me le da re gbe ele do atare ge bele mi inano
Wọ́n mi ma no àwọn tara ma ke ologo no na bona oyikere Onogo na baji reta ni rogeja emata no.
Ologo no vale yu pokere ole no semani ainare madalu bridge madalu moto na momu gyodo me si pe arere ni amaba che hen ai me gana mo dagbare madadolu bridge alu bridge usa logo de bridge odare fia adagbo ke do kano bebe adaye mo obo be gabanu mu olosun ma arere na me gbere obo na jowo bozevania oki hadima ma oye mo ri amaba mi ma shaye
Ebe tama wana ge moto no de wore amo na ye hen na de.
Eje na dologo eye hen
Bokise bo se ye na.
okisi pe ana
Almoto bo to na ye.
Golo yori bo le nia ojo we yeri dago ni oribo ma ye na bo ma shi garage na ma yo le ma shan ni ita machine wa yo ze we mo ma no re ma doki oki opese ma do si garage aki do re ka ko do re ka mi na do se mi na re akwedo di garage re igo na ha ma ni ma ha le okise about 2015
Mankere ko egbe na won lemi ayo omo ni nemo egbe lo me we ni ron ni imi ne wari bi ejere ayire bi
imonde so na wa ne sama ma yo le mi esi ole dalu ma yo pori eda kin ona ndegbe na eda kin agwando ekimierelu abogbe oyo sele o ya no lo ma bo to ne wa ekisabodore pa ma ekidosa bore pa ma ekidore pa wa abde amo eminia ono mo emi ole re pa oria ono mo o dare pa ene mo enwena so no blackri wena ne ene bo mo ebe we generi we bo le bona bo so no black ne benere abde ono mo ebe nia okisabo mi okay akia dagbare gwanigo ono ba dagbare na o da migo ma yo so no bla ole are pa le ono kwa da kin emi esi ole adolu wa agbe po mi agbe mande ko mi ole bi ava ekidore ni ele wa oyo se benebo o se sinoribo
Mabobo akona kome. Yeah, we have come to the conclusion of the documentary on Onewa Village. Now, we've told you of the component of Onewa, the villages, the do's and the don'ts, and their main challenges, which revolves around erosion menace. Actually, it is not a thing of joke. They need to be liberated and saved from the destruction of erosion. It's not a joking matter. So altogether, we want to say a big thank you to all of you that have been watching us. And next week again, expect another great documentary from Ego Studio. Once again, I'm your host, Sunday Ehimare Inegbeduse, Ego Studio, London, UK. Thank you for being with us and goodbye. Thank you.